Anyway, this was the worst part of the bad lighting. Hopping around the platforms. And I don't know what I'm doing now. Maybe I thought that was a dead end because I couldn't see the stupid platforms. Riku has learned almost everything as a gun mage. Well, everything except the blue bullet abilities, which you can't just teach whenever you want. Alright, so Sticky Fingers is like steel, except it never fails. So it costs MP, but you know that it'll work. Apparently I'm looking for some passage that... Oh, I'm seeing whether this goes anywhere, and it does not. I think that opens up later. There's another set of ciphers, and I think they're for something optional. But, as I've said many, many times, that's for a later chapter.
So many things do take time.
But guess what? We get to the end of chapter 1 this time.
Yay! After 6 sessions.
Yes, well, this is not the longest chapter either. Chapter 5 is the longest one. At least the way I'm going to be playing it. Riku needs MP.
Give her MP because she needs.
The problem is ethers don't exactly grow on trees.
No, it is a shame.
Although there will be a Dressphere eventually that will let us get much easier access to them. One of the coolest Dresspheres in the game, in my opinion. Alright, so at this point I've figured out that, yes, I am going to have to do this platforming in the dark bit. Well, pseudo-platforming. It's not really platforming because you can't actually fall.
Yes. Which would be a bad thing in this sort of RPG. Unless you're meant to fall.
Oh, well, you can fall if there is something under you. You know, if there is some area where you can go.
Yeah.
I heard someone, at MagFest, I heard someone cite, like, it was actually kind of fun. The guy presenting the... Oh, here I was seeing... Ooh, I have lots of files to use now that I've deleted all that stuff. The guy who was making this presentation at MagFest asked for examples of just, like, bad places where, like, controls did not work well in video games. And one of the examples presented was a scene in Xenogears where you're doing all this jumping, but the problem is that after
Find a sphere and the feeds
the
appear.
random number generator or whatever determines that a battle is going to happen, and like there's a split second where you can still move, and in that time, you know, and if you're making a jump in the middle and you encounter an enemy in the middle of the jump, you can't do anything except fall. So if you're in the... Yeah. I haven't gotten to the scene where it's really annoying yet, because I haven't had a whole bunch of time to play the game.
Very irritating.
Let's get moving.
Anyway, so, as Payne said, find the sphere and the feeds appear. In this case, it's a dragon. Although as dragons go, this one isn't that threatening. In fact, it appears as a regular non-boss enemy later. That attack is nasty, though. Oh wait, did I do that attack? In that case, it does nothing. The thing about slow dance is that it won't, you know, it won't hinder the enemy. It won't hinder the enemy that much, but there are very few enemies that are immune to it.
That's good. It only works.
Yeah, and with the Songstress abilities, the first one, you know, the one you know by default, Darkness Dance, that one remains useful throughout the game. Because there are lots of enemies that do physical damage and are susceptible to darkness.
So chilled. Next.
Yes, so for that battle, I just, you know, kept Pain alive long enough for her to, you know, focus up to the max and then cast Blizzara.
That's good. Since the enemy is defeated, the Sunni continuing climb.
One more for the goings!
Is dead. Has Red Queen. They're coming the same time as you.
2130. How does that happen so quickly? Go to 2145. Okay, go to 22 minutes. In any case, that sphere, whatever it also may have on it, the thing we know already is that it has the White Mage Dressphere on it.
That's useful, is it not?
Oh yes, it is very useful. This is another one where there is a particular in-game reason why you want a particular character to learn. In this case, that's Riku. It's the same reason why you want Yuna to learn Warrior and Pain to learn Black Mage. And that reason will not become clear until Chapter 5.
So it's a long way off.
Yes.
Well, we'll get there eventually.
Yes, like late next year probably.
So, a year from now.
You know, the thing is, if I get enough of a raise and or bonus that I can move to a different place, like early next year, maybe I can get somewhere that has faster internet. Like, because the internet right now, I'm at my parents' house as I am most weekends. During the week, I'm at a place, you know, they have Wi-Fi, and it's fast enough. Like, it's fast enough to watch YouTube videos, but not fast enough to upload YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But if I go somewhere else with faster internet so that I can upload videos, you know, any day of the week,
Find anything?
then my rate of uploading videos will probably increase. So yeah, I'll just have to see what happens. And I'm optimistic that I'll get, you know, that I'll get something because the firm has been busy. We've had a lot of clients.
More clients means more money for you.
Well, more money for the partners, and if they decide that we can have some, then more money for us. Okay, so we has a key item. I don't remember whether we actually use it for anything. But in any case, it does not contain any images of Wakka's
What
parents.
sphere were you looking for?
That's a shame.
Oh wait, he didn't mention
it's
that
a
yet.
sphere of our
Oops.
parents. Chapu said he found it.
Oh well, I was a few seconds early.
Oh, your brother.
He was a crusader. Now he's gone on to the far
He
plane.
was a crusader. He's gone on to the
Seemed
far
that
plane.
our parents
Actually,
not long after Chapu
actually, that he
We were
mentions
both
that
too young
in the
to
first
remember their
game. So
faces,
if you've
you know?
played the first game, that is
When
not
we were
new
kids,
information.
We got into a fight one time, and Chapu said,
But this
I
is.
found a sphere with mom and dad in it, but I'm not telling you where it is.
And you never asked him?
I was too boneheaded to let my little brother win. So I went on without asking.
Yeah, there was that
until I
whole
just
big
forgot
deal
about
about like why he hates Machina because
Then yesterday,
because,
talking with you made me think about it
Chapu
again.
tried to use one and
Chapu used to play
you
in
know
this
when
game,
he
so
got
I thought
killed.
Maybe he found the sphere here, yeah? But when
Yeah.
I came to look,
And so
I got to
If you
thinking.
don't, I hate this game because
About
it
what?
caused my But
See,
remember to
I
die.
got this picture of my
No,
parents
actually,
in
it
my
was the
head.
big giant space whale that caused your brother to
Strong and
die.
kind.
Yes, but that's
Whenever
gone
things
now.
got tough, those are the parents I
Yeah,
imagined.
and of course, since he hated
their real
Machina, then
faces
by
might be
extension
totally
he hated the
different, huh?
Albed.
I think about that, and I'm not so sure I really
But
want
he's
to
more
know.
enlightened now.
I was sitting there trying to figure out what to do, and then you guys showed up.
Oh,
I
that's
can't
our
solve my
Wakka.
problems by
The
myself.
sphere might still be somewhere
I
on
need
the
3
island.
sphere hunters to show
Should
up
we
and do
look
it for
for
me.
Nah, that's all right. I'm through worrying
Be
about
a
that
man,
stuff.
Wakka.
What's past
Help
is
him
past,
help
yeah?
you.
Can't let it get to me.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with his gender as
I'm gonna
much
be
as
a
his
father soon. Gotta
maturity.
pull it together.
So I suppose if you mean be a man as
That's
opposed to a
right,
boy,
Dad.
then that's okay.
Huh. But,
Yeah.
just how am I supposed to pull it
I
together?
can actually make agreements as like,
Sure wish I had something to go by,
be able to
you
sort
know?
your own problems out. Ignore me.
No, I
You guys about finished down there?
believe me,
I'm
I
starting
don't
to get on
suspect
my
that you
nerves.
would, subscribe
We'll be
to
back soon.
stupid old-fashioned gender stereotypes. I know you're not that type of person.
Nah. To be honest, I could probably outbuild a lot of the guys I know in real life.
You know, I just realized this. As it says, you got the protection halo garment grid. The shot is almost so that the sun looks like it's, a halo over her head. I did not notice that before.
That's pretty notice.
But you see what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So protection halo, I think that has like protect and shell magic or something.
Sounds like it.
Think of the garment grid as basically another piece of equipment. Oh no, it doesn't have protect and shell. Instead, it just buffs your defense and magic defense.
Oh well.
Hey, that's nothing to sneeze at. This type of grid, there are higher levels of it that just same thing except the boosts are bigger. Like I think there are plus 10, plus 15, and plus 20 versions for this, and also for strength and magic.
That'd be helpful later on.
Yeah, I'm guessing, I think there are, I want to say 60 garment grids total. I'll probably get somewhere between 40 and 50 in this run. And I know I've mentioned already that it's not possible to get all of them in one run. Even if you get 100%.
You mentioned that a time or two. I can't remember exactly how many times you've said
Yes,
it.
I know I've probably said it several times.
Well, at least I remembered that you said it before.
Alright, so that was simple enough. The enemies may have been challenging, or somewhat challenging, if I'd just gone to Besaid right at first after the opening scenes. But the way I'm going to be playing this game, there won't be that many sections where the enemies are that difficult. There will be some, believe me, but it won't be most of the time.
That's good. This won't be getting your ass whipped all the time.
Welcome to
Yes, unlike in, say, Xenosaga.
I still need to watch that. Your Let's Play of that.
Like, I started off pretty well, but later I just got to a point where I was not at a high enough level. And I got my ass kicked several times. And then some other times I was at a high enough level and just did not equip myself well, or something like that. So,
You got it finished in the end, which is good.
yes, I did. And I beat the optional bosses.
Yay. Are they harder than the regular bosses?
There are a couple that are pretty difficult. Alright, so you will not see me buying pretty much anything from anywhere other than Wakka's until his debt is paid off, because at this point in the game, you won't be getting Gil that quickly yet. which means that if you're going to pay off Wakka's debt in time, you have to give pretty much all your money to him. He does make it worth your while.